Hello friends, and today I'm going to talk about the new build that's just hit, Legion. Alright, this is a fresh insight to the rogue changes that are coming. And frankly, I'm amazed. I'm very excited. And I'm going to tell you why. Alright guys, let me get a couple little nerfs out the way before we get started on the general talents. So talents that more than one spec has. So the first nerf is going to happen to one of my favorite talents in the entire rogue talent tree that is new to Legion. So this talent is Deeper Stratagem. So if you recall, this is the one that gives us 6 combo points instead of 5, and the 6th combo point is meant to, or used to add 20% damage increase to our combo finisher, but now it only adds 12.
Shut up, kiddo. Shush. Shut up.
But now it only adds 12%. Before you stress out, it doesn't really matter. And you're going to find out as I cover through Assassination and Outlaw why it doesn't matter. It really is only going to be a 8% nerf to a 6 combo point death from above and Rupture, and that's it. The nerf to a lot of the other finishes is almost negligible because of all the buffs that we've received, which I'm speechless. Alright, the next little nerf is to elaborate planning. So this is the one where you do your finisher and you used to get 20% increased damage for 6 seconds. So a nice little spike in damage every time you do a finisher. You keep it up in PvE as much as you can. Like it's a staple ability for our rotation. And all that's happened is it's received a slight balancing. I like to call it a balancing and not a nerf. It's not a nerf, it's a balancing, because it was a little bit too strong. And just to add guys, there have been absolutely no changes to our honor talents. They're still safe. For now. Alright guys, let's look at Outlaw. Outlaw received many little damage buffs that I wholeheartedly agree with, and a couple small, very minor nerfs which don't really affect me as they're talent nerfs and I wasn't actively using those talents anyway. So first of all, Pistol Shot received a straight 50% attack power buff. So we're looking at 50% more of our attack power contributing to this spell, which means it's going to scale way better than originally planned with the previous numbers. Run Through. So if you remember, Run Through is our finisher. It's basically our Outlaw Eviscerate, where you stab through the opponent and use your 5 combo points. Now this received like an incremental attack power bonus per combo point you had. So at 5 combo points, we have 450%, yes, rather than 412% attack power contributing to the damage of this ability. Now, here's where it gets interesting. You remember that nerf to Deeper Stratagem I was talking about before, the 8% less damage to the 6 combo point finishes? Well, this buff to Run Through in particular means that at 6 combo points we only lose, what's that? 1% of our damage compared to previous build. That's negligible, really. And what we're gaining is damage from 5 combo points or less. So it really is just a big win situation for us. When it comes to using Run Through, if you're using Deeper Stratagem, 6 combo points, no difference. It's the nerf is not even, you can't even feel it. So Quick Draw. If you remember that proc that we get, if we cast Saber Slash, we have a chance to get a free Pistol Shot. Now, this talent, if we take it, means that every time we get that proc, it's doing twice as much damage as it would do without this talent. You know, that means if we're critting and we compare a new crit compared to an old standard attack, we're doing 4 times the damage that we were doing before. That's a stretch of the imagination, but it's true. So I'm really excited about these buffs. It was sort of a weak talent before, and now I think I'm going to be taking Quick Draw over Swordsmaster. We'll see. Here's a buff that I really thought the rogues needed. Killing Spree. Okay, Killing Spree was I thought doing pretty piss weak damage. The advantage to it was we weren't really taking damage while we were doing damage, so I didn't really complain. But, you know, as Blizzard are sometimes, they're way ahead of me. And most of us in these buffing things, it's almost like they have paid employees to work this shit out. So Killing Spree has moved from just your 100% standard weapon damage to 170% standard weapon damage. Now that's a decent increase, and I think, wow, what just happened to me? Hello? Okay, thank God. I don't know. I don't know what that was. Anyway, Killing Spree. Lost my train of thought. Killing Spree, as it is going to be scaling way better than before. Right now, with the current build, we have a much higher chance of actually being a valid rating DPS spec, a competitive one, competing of course with Assassination and other specs. And frankly, that's a dire need for me. I need to raid as a pirate badass. Like, I need it. I need it. So aside from these awesome buffs that we'll be receiving, there were a couple little talent nerfs, which I'll talk about. So Slice and Dice. Now Slice and Dice used to give us 100% attack speed. It now only gives us 75% attack speed for the duration. But look, it's not the end of the world. I really wasn't using it anyway. Chances are it might be one of the optimum talents still to take in its current state, which frankly, if that's true, then Blizzard are just doing their job and they're balancing correctly. I'm not too worried about this talent change. And there's Ghostly Strike, which used to give us 10% damage increase for 15 seconds after its use. Now it gives us 8%. So again, not a huge amount, just little tuning things. It's what to be expected. I'm not gonna cry over this, not for long anyway. So overall, I think Outlaw really benefited from this Legion patch. Like, we received so many little quality of life buffs to our damage, and at the trade-off of a couple little balance changes that no one's complaining about. Like, we're in a good place to maybe be a competitive spec next raid tier. That would be awesome. So you don't have to worry. This build, we're all still wringing necks of those foolish enough to get in our way. So now let's look at Subtlety. Now Subtlety, there's only a couple changes, you know, a couple buffs, a couple nerfs, but they were interesting nonetheless. So first we got to change to our Shuriken Storm. Now Shuriken Storm used to give base damage plus 27.72 attack power. So this really didn't scale that well if you think about it. Anything that gives base damage and then a small amount to scale off, you know, that's not going to do well for us when we get new gear. So what they did was they changed it. They took away the base damage, but they increased the scale to 55.44%, which is honestly way better. We want to have good AoE as a Subtlety rogue. We don't want to be gimped. No one likes being gimped unless you like being gimped. So this will have interesting implications for stealth PvE as well, because as one of the new changes that they've made as well is that when you use it from stealth or shadow dance, you gain 200% damage. So while you're using shadow dance, your AoE is doing twice as much. I don't know why the screen is so rocky. Is it a fucking earthquake or something? I think we're good. Alright, let's mount up again. Alright. So, changes to a weapon master. This talent has doubled in effectiveness. It now provides 12% up from 6% chance to hit the target twice. It went from shit tier to let's experiment with this could be cool tier. It'll be interesting to see how this scales compared to the Master of Subtlety. Not that I would pick anything over Master of Subtlety, I promise. Now for a couple nerfs. Okay, so there's been a small nerf to enveloping shadows. It used to be 25 energy, it's now 30 energies. For those who don't remember, this is just that new finisher option through a talent that allows you to get combo points over time, just generate passively. Looks pretty cool, be interesting to see how its application works in PvE. Alright, the next change is to deepening shadows. Now this change it's an utter rework of this talent basically. So what it used to do is it used to give our shadow dance, right, a 5% chance to get a new charge with every combo point that we spent. Now that was a really powerful ability. Okay, so 5 times 5 is 25. Every 1 in 4 finisher that we did reset a charge on our shadow dance. So our downtime was very unpredictable for the enemy, which was sort of unfair. What it does now is oh god. What it does now is that for every combo point that you use, it takes off 3 seconds of the cooldown of a new charge of shadow dance, which is, look, it's way more balanced. And honestly, I wasn't sure how they were going to make changes to subtlety on just the damage alone and make it fair. Because let's face it, our core is amazingly powerful. We have nothing to worry about as long as our core mechanics stay similar. And hopefully that's exactly what's going to happen. Blizzard has shown us that they're capable of tuning this class without just nerfing its damage into the ground through this very intelligent and very competent change that they've just made. Let's hope I can make it to that water down there, because I am stuck. Yes, planned. Totally planned. Anyway, so yeah, the nerf totally justified. People can actually play around us now rather than, you know, unpredictability about whether we're suddenly going to have uptime on everything that we have on 4 or 5 shadow strikes with cooldowns. Like, it was a little bit unfair, and some players don't like playing unpredictable abilities anyway. I am so dead, but I died immersively, so it's okay. So don't worry guys, we are still the blood-splattering, shadow incarnates of death that I've come to love. Alright guys, let's take a look at Assassination. Assassination. Really, Blizzard? What the fuck? Like, buffs to Assassination, I mean, why? Why? But thank you, but why? Now when you tune us down, it will be from a position of strength, meaning we have a buffer here, boys. We just might make it. Alright, immersion continues. Immersion ends. Fuck. You see, I like to call it the nerf buffer. It's when you get buffed so immensely that when they nerf you, it's still not enough, but then they leave you for months because they've got to put resources elsewhere or something. I don't know why they do that. But they do. Alright, so mutilate. Okay. Mutilate is just, there's no strings attached buff right here. It's just a straight up buff. You go from 330% weapon damage increase to 360%. I love it. I love it. Envenom, incremental attack power bonus with 5 combo points. This is the difference of 225% attack power up to 250% attack power. Because why not? Why not? Just give it to us. Garrote, attack power increase 82.5% to 90%. Now they're just milking damage. They're just milking damage. So Master of Poisons, it's a talent you can take. Used to be iffy, now the poison damage is increased from 10% to 30%. This is a 3 times buff. This is ridiculous. Just This just in, rogues now have 111 level cap because nothing's balanced and the points don't matter. I'm just kidding. I love these changes, and I can only assume they come at a cost of that 8% nerf to deeper stratagem. But really, what's 8% to rupture when you still got, how do you say this, exsanguinate? Like this, I just thought this would be gone next build. I thought I'll just be one of those guys who gets to say, back in my day, we used to use this exsanguinate. But now, you know, maybe you guys can be one of those guys too for a single tier patch. So let's talk about the nerfs. This will be short because there's only one of them. So basically the only nerf is to something called agonizing poison, and it's gone from 5% damage to 4% damage. I didn't take this spell before, and now I certainly won't. No, I'm just kidding. I'll experiment with everything, I promise. So overall, Assassination is looking pretty freaking insane. Honestly, I'm still in shock, in a good way. Not only did we survive this build, we scored some fucking numbers. Like, we're better off now, which is, I just stopped whatever the hell I was doing and made this video, because I'm like, you guys, I don't know if you've looked at MMO Champion, but I need to vocalize these changes to you in order to know that I'm not dreaming. I need to watch this video myself and be like, that's great, awesome. Can I just say that it's exciting when normal mobs can kill you again? Like, I love new expansions. I can't do it anymore. I can't go on. I think I'm in heaven. I made it to Bambi land. Yep. I'm in heaven. This place is fucking beautiful. It's just magical. No. Fucking save you, man. I'll save you. Oh, fuck. Run, little ones! Don't you see it? As I said, guys, I'm still in shock. In a good way. The kind of shock you feel while being resuscitated on the battlefield. A surviving victor surrounded by paladin corpses. And, well, keep them coming, Blizzard. If this is what tuning looks like, I can't wait to see the final product. Rogues are gonna be amazing. And you know what my favorite part about all this is? The nerfs that paladins got. Oh yeah. Alright guys, that concludes my video. I hope I managed to wrap up the latest build change and update you on how rogues are looking in a succinct and non-slow way. Thanks for watching. Keep on stabbing. Alright guys, before you go, I just had to show you one of my favorite parts of the Broken Isles map. This place is amazing, and it's going to be the Nighthold raid entrance. Remember guys to like and subscribe, and if you got a suggestion for a next video, put it down in the comments. Right now I'm working on a video for new starters after the Warcraft movie, and an exploration video. Cheers guys.